Here we go. All right, day one. We're early. We even had time to get coffee, and everyone said, don't pair Jake and Sierra together. They're going to mess the whole thing up.
Look, we're as professional as anybody at the network. I don't want to hear it.
What time is it, by the way? I don't want to watch.
Same. We're here, though.
Guys, you're an hour late.
Oh, God.
Daylight savings.
Sorry, Skip.
No problem.
Well, let's get to it. 30 clubs, 15 days starts now. Sorry, Skip.
Sorry. Welcome into 30 Clubs in 15 Days, presented by T-Mobile. He's Jake Peavy, I'm Sierra Santos, and we are in Port Charlotte, Florida, the home of the Rays.
We are. You think Cash is still mad at us?
Well, this is your fault, because I've never done spring training in Florida before. You are supposed to show me the ropes, Jake.
Look, I will take responsibility for it, but look, spring training, the ropes, it's fun, it's loose. We do have to be on time.
Okay.
But you see, here in Rays camp, a lot of optimism for 25. The health of this pitching staff, a big reason to be excited.
And the big reason is Shane McClanahan is back and he is healthy.
You know, he is. His first few outings has looked like the Shane McClanahan that we saw before the Tommy John surgery. We often see guys come back from Tommy John and be even better. I think you're going to have a big year. And the guys behind him, the load that it takes off Bradley, Pepio, and the other guys, Rasmussen back. They have a lot of guys. Littell, I can't not mention him and Boz as well. They can pitch. They give the ball to Fairbanks at the end of the game. Pitching and defense keeps you in games. They get some offensive production. This team's going to surprise people.
Jake is absolutely right. One of Tampa's strengths has always been their pitching. The Rays were 9th in the majors with a 3.77 ERA in 2024. The Rays were also successful in nearly 70% of their save opportunities last season. That ranked 4th in the majors. And they were 7th in the majors with a 119 bullpen whip. Jake caught up with the ace of this rotation, Shane McClanahan.
Thanks, Sierra. I'm here with all-star left-hander Shane McClanahan. Shane, how you feeling, buddy?
I'm feeling good. Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
Feeling good.
Look, it's an honor to have you. Look, spending a year off, I know what that feels like. Tell me what you learned in that process. If you're healthy now, what did you learn sitting back and having to watch the game?
Learned how much I missed it.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny when I was sitting out, I found myself missing the good and the bad. And that made me realize how much I just love competing and being out for these guys. And I definitely don't want to take that for granted ever again.
You're exactly right. Look, let's talk about pitching. I want to know Shane McClanahan's arsenal. Run me through just pitch grips.
Sure. We got your standard four seam.
Receiver, let it rip.
Try and just spin that as efficiently as I can to carry it. Yes, actually, and try and establish the bottom of the zone 2 with this. So, later in counts, they see something down, they just can't spit it because it might be a slider, might be a curveball. So if I'm pounding, four-seam fastball bottom of the zone 2, they have to respect that. Slider, trying to get a little bit of separation there just to have that fastball feel of, coming through it and, hand speed and everything like that.
But you call it a slider?
I call it a slider.
Love it.
It's a true slider.
That's it.
And then curveball is just a little bit deeper in there with the same grip. And I'm just thinking, Steins always gives me that cue, hand to third base.
Okay.
And just try and get my hand there so I can really get that kind of forward rotation.
I was going to ask you what you're thinking with each of these pitch grips. I don't have to because you're such a pitcher. You're telling us.
This is what I love talking about, pitching and stuff like that. And then the changeup,
This is what I love. This is what I'm in love with. And the first time I saw you pitch, you have this pitch. Everything else is plus, but this to me is the equalizer.
Well, thank you. So we kind of modified a little bit. My rookie year, we were here. Just a traditional, it's a weird circle change. I understand that, but the action of it is a circle change.
Okay.
And I was catching too much seam, so the vertical break wasn't low enough or, able to miss barrels or, avoid contact. And so, Snides and I talked about it, and Snides like, hey, let's walk it off the seam. Let's get you to get some more leather instead of seam to, kind of kill spin, kill vert. And so now, Gossman, I, believe he's right around there. I just walk my fingers off, and I'm kind of just thinking there. And so while it looks like a splitter, the hand action and everything, thought process is changeup.
Changeup, but so when I would get like that, I would think this index finger was so important for me to push like this. Is there a thought process?
Yeah, so for me, that thought process is right here on this inside of this middle finger. So when it comes off, I'm thinking just everything right there.
Okay, easy as that.
Yeah.
I'm excited to watch you, left-hander.
So
look, after talking with you, it's no surprise how good you are. You got a great staff behind you to lead. I wish you the best.
Thank you so much, guys.
Sierra, we're sending it back to you.
Thanks, Jake. Brandon, I know you're been kind of plagued by the oblique injuries last year, but this season you're coming in healthy. Tell me how you're feeling and what you did in this offseason to maintain your health.
Yeah, felt great coming in. I'm excited for the new season. Got to really kind of break down a few things this offseason, really strengthen the core to make sure that, certain areas weren't going to, try to cover other injuries and past injuries, and just got out and trying to figure out, what is going to help me further my career. I actually got to go out to Maryland, and they have a cool program there with motor preferences and stuff like that. So trying to figure out how your body wants to naturally move to help prevent some injuries. So got some pretty cool information there, and we'll see how it applies for the season, and if it keeps me on the field.
This season's going to be a little different with the switch up in the schedule, having it front loaded with home games to start the season and then on the road for a lot of the summer. What is that going to be like for you as a player?
Yeah, I think it's going to be a little bit of an adjustment, but I don't think it's anything that's going to truly affect our guys. 162 games in 180 something days. It's a lot. It's a grind, but the team takes care of us. You're in a nice hotel. Your flights are pretty nice, and it's just one of those things that you're gonna have to get adjusted to it. It's gonna be a weird season. It's out of pocket. You have no other option. This is what you got. This is how you're gonna have to deal with it. And let's get out to a hot start with all those home games. I think it'll be a good thing for us.
Brandon, thanks so much for your time. We appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
Okay, I'm here with Junior Caminero. Junior, you're in your first camp as a proven major leaguer. You're a major leaguer, not having to make the team. How does it feel, and how's camp going?
No, me siento bien, gracias a Dios. Con mi primer aquí, yo mediante primer full season y estar aquí con los compañeros míos, de verdad se siente muy genial.
I feel very good. My first full season, just being here with my teammates, it feels great.
Here's how I know you feel good, because I saw the Winter League homer. I have to know, I've been to be involved with some Winter Leagues. The atmosphere is electric. Tell me about the homer in this winter.
Sí, mira, de verdad, si te digo que me acuerdo cuando estaba corriendo.
If I'm being honest with you, I don't remember anything when I was doing the trot. Like God gave me the strength. I did what I did, and it felt great.
50 games or so, give or take, in the major leagues right now. What have you learned so far, and what are you looking to build on?
El mismo approach. Seguí dando lo mejor de mí, ¿sabes?
Just the same approach. I'm just trying to help the team. Piggyback on what I did last year, and just contributing with what I can do with the team this year.
Last question I have for you is team leaders. Who is somebody that's taking you under your wing, and who are you learning from in this Tampa Bay team?
Hay mucho. Ahí está Yandy, tremenda persona.
A lot of guys, Yandy, Bilal, McClanahan is special. He takes care of me. He always giving me tips here and there. And myself, I think I'm a leader, and I take pride on that too.
Junior, I look forward to watching you play, buddy. Thanks for taking the time.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Sierra, as exciting, as talented as a young man as we have in the game. Back to you.
Junior Caminero has 50 big league games under his belt, and the expectations are high for the 21-year-old who hit .424 in the Dominican League and was named MVP. Caminero's goal is to hit 30 bombs this season, and he's slated to make an impact right away as he'll break camp with the big league club for the first time in his career.
All right, coming up next.
I got this. After the break, we'll come back. We're going to talk some crawfish and some pitch grips, and maybe he'll teach me how to throw a slider.
I'm looking for you to teach me to throw one.
Yours is pretty good.
Stay tuned.
Jake Peavy caught up with starter Ryan Pepio to talk crawfish and pitch grips.
Thanks, Sierra. I'm here with big right-hander Ryan Pepio. Rhino, how's camp going, buddy?
It's going pretty good. Going kind of quick.
You healthy?
Healthy, yeah.
All right. What are we working on?
Accessing zone early, strike one, and then put away pitches and just taking one shot at getting this punch out and get guys out efficiently.
Okay, big prospect, and I love that. Big prospect with the Dodgers. You get some big league time. You come over here, really establish yourself, go out and understand what the big league game is like. Tell me what that learning process has been like, and what's maybe a few things that's been really key to your new success.
I think the biggest thing was coming over here, getting with Snides, getting with Jorge, our bullpen coach, and just understanding their process about things and just accessing the zone early, trying to get guys to get themselves out early, and then
understanding the whole process of the whole season's long. You get 30 starts, some going to be really good, some going to be really bad. Try not to ride the highs too high and don't get too down on the lows because there's going to be some tough ones. And just trying to bounce back from those and eliminate them and keep them to one bad one.
That's right. Yeah, even kill. I know you're a Midwestern boy,
Yes,
but
I
you
am.
married a Louisiana girl.
I did.
Talk to me about the crawfish boil.
We had a great time.
Yeah?
Props to the Waggis Packs, Jacob and Leslie. They flew out in the morning, 200 pounds of crawfish.
Big leagues.
And, oh yeah, Wags was out there from like 1 o'clock till the game ended, and then the wives had a softball game against the Twins' wives. So that was fun. We came out with the win, thanks to Madison, Lau, and Trace Barrera's wife as well. They held down the fort with a few home runs. But then we just absolutely crushed some crawfish. A lot of guys were getting in there. It's interesting to see how guys were like, I don't know what to do.
Figure it out,
Everyone's like, oh, you got to suck the head. You got to get all the flavor. And like watching it was really fun. And then seeing like how some people deal with a little bit of spice and some people don't know how Cajun spice is. But my wife was in her element, and I, marrying a Southern girl, like I've got my experience with it. So it was just a lot of fun. We got a great group of guys, and it's fun we spend so much time together on the field and doing stuff, but it's fun to get everyone together off the field and just kind of let loose a little bit.
Rhino, we talked about what you're working on. I want to just go through your pitch scripts. I love showing other pitchers from Little League all the way up to the big leagues, how you hold your arsenal.
So for me, just a general four-seam fastball, just try to spin it efficiently and get the carry to the top of the zone.
You use that fastball the majority, all the time.
Yeah.
No two-seamer.
No
Okay,
two-seamer.
I love it. All right.
Cut fastball a little bit to the left, to lefties more. And literally just
Off-center.
just off-center four-seam fastball. Just try to get the little carry and something moving on the left. And then I turn the ball just a little bit more, move my thumb a little bit out of the way to throw a slider. So to throw that to righties more than lefties. Just kind of keep it out of the loop. I've been working on a curveball this year, so it's a little bit of a different one. It's a seam-shifted one. So trying to catch the front of the ball, and it's kind of more sweeper-ish, slurve kind of type.
Okay.
And then bread and butter change-up. Just coming, try to throw it like Devin Williams. I don't spin it as much as him, but coming in the side, I hook my pinky finger in here, and playing football for a while, I kind of got some crooked fingers, so it kind of works. So I come in from the side and just try to have my ring finger be the last thing to come off of it and spin it and get the depth and a little bit of kind of screwball kind of thing.
The most important thing you said to me, and young pitchers, old pitchers listening, Ryan Pepio, established big leaguer, is still working on pitches, still playing with grips. You never stop doing that. You never stop trying to get better.
No, we're always messing around out
That's
there.
right.
You just grab the ball and figure something out. You just
How you hold this?
You talk to, we got the guys to talk to, so we
right.
talked to McClanahan, we talked to Rash, talked to all the guys. Okay, I see you throw something nasty. How do you throw that? How do you hold it? What's your sight lines? What's your cues? And then I'm gonna go out there and mess around and catch and try to do it. And then if it sticks, and then you just add something else, and then you add another wrinkle.
I love it. Rhino, big fan.
Appreciate
Continue
it.
Success.
Thank you very much.
See you down the road.
Thank you.
Sierra, back to you.
Thanks, Jake. Yanni, I was told we needed to do your interview early because you lift for 2 hours. What are you doing in the gym?
Que le dijeron a ellos que tú estás en el gimnasio por 2 horas, que tú haces esas 2 horas.
No, yo trato siempre de...
I just try to replicate what I do at the game. The game lasts like between 2.5 hours, so I just try to replicate what I do in the gym versus what I do in the field at the game.
And you spend about 30 of those minutes just chatting, right?
No, siempre trato de estar por lo menos 20 minutos viendo YouTube, viendo cosas de pelota y eso, y hasta muñequitos. Pero entonces después de esas 15 o 20 minutos empiezo a hacer mi
Pero
gimnasio.
cartoons.
Yeah.
¿Cuál?
Tom y Jerry.
Tom and Jerry. Yeah. That's what you watch in the gym?
Yeah.
Okay, I love it. I love it. You guys lost some power in this lineup, but you are still here. And as the leadoff batter, how much, not necessarily pressure, but responsibility do you feel to get the offense moving?
I'm just going to try to do my job. Everybody knows that I'm not really a power hitter, but I'm just going to do whatever it takes to take the team where we need to be.
Yanni, muchísimas gracias. Tommy, Jerry, te están esperando. Tom and Jerry are waiting for you. Thank you so much. We appreciate the time. Thank you.
Manager interviews are presented by Sage, the official finance software partner of Major League Baseball.
Welcome back to 30 Clubs in 15 days. Jake Peavy and Sierra Santos out in Port Charlotte with the Rays. Nothing but happy campers out here. And it's now time for our manager interview presented by Sage and Kevin Cash. 11 seasons at the helm. They say every team is unique. Every season is different. What's different about this spring training?
I'd like to think that we're a little bit more motivated to bounce back. We had a rough go of it last year. We didn't get where we wanted to get. Maybe what we have established in the past 4 or 5 years getting to the postseason. So our season ended early, and I think the guys didn't like it. They wanted to play in that month of October, trying to get to November, and they've come in really motivated.
Look, you've got some healthy pitchers again. You just mentioned that. Obviously, getting McClanahan back in the roster you have behind him, that's got to give you tons of confidence.
It does give confidence. I mean, look, the brightest spot of spring so far is watching Shane McClanahan get off the mound. He's built up now to 3 or 4 innings. He is healthy. So to have that type of frontline ace, whatever you want to call him, to hand him the ball opening day and then follow suit with a bunch of really good arms behind him, it really excites us.
Talking about some of the new additions, also Hassan Kim.
Yeah.
What does he bring to the table?
You know what? We're excited. It's a unique situation. We got a guy that's really talented. I don't know if we get him if he finishes the year healthy, but he had the shoulder surgery. So you got the language barrier, you got the rehab component. There's a lot going on. I know he's ready to get to Tampa because he's told me the Korean barbecue is really good in Tampa, maybe not so good in Port Charlotte.
Okay.
So when we get to the Korean barbecue restaurant, he'll start to really integrate himself with the club.
We really appreciate the time. Thank you so much.
Thank you guys. Appreciate it.
I apologize for being late this morning, bud.
Hey, man, it's all right. We got players that are late all the time.
I'm blaming him.
Let's work on being professional.
I'm blaming him.
That's right.
Let's send it over to Sam Dykstra with more on the top prospects.
Thanks, Sierra. This Tampa Bay Rays farm system is arguably the deepest in baseball. Let's take a look at their top 5 prospects. At number 5, Theo Gillen, their first-round pick from last year. A lot of scouts really like his hit tool. Trey Morgan, an exceptional defender at first base and a former star at LSU. Braden Taylor, a jack-of-all-trades infield prospect. Xavier Isaac has some of the best raw power in all of the minor leagues. He saw time at AA and the Arizona Fall League last year. And the number 9 overall prospect in baseball is Carson Williams. He joins us now. Carson, thanks so much for being here.
Yeah, no problem.
I feel like we get you at a good time, right? You 2 for 2 yesterday with the triple. What kind of impression do you feel like you're leaving here in Major League camp?
No, I wouldn't say any impression. I'm just trying to get to know everybody and trying to be as comfortable as possible and just learn as much from these big leaguers as I can. I mean, it's an honor to be on the same field with these guys and just to go out, have fun every day, learn as much as I can, and just become a better baseball player.
Yeah, and as somebody who's seen a lot of time at AA, you're kind of rounding out your Major League profile. What kind of questions are you asking those big leaguers?
Just approaches at the plate and how they go about their business every day. Mm-hmm. And it's pretty impressive how they can get themselves ready for every single day in so many different ways. So you just kind of have to find your own routine and find what works for you.
You're constantly a 20-20 guy in the minors. What do you feel like in terms of your hit tool you need to do to round out that Major League readiness in terms of your approach?
Yeah, the glaring thing is the strikeouts. I think that's well known, but I think I've done a great job of just pitch selection and making the swing and miss go down, and as the ball gets put in play more, it's all good things that are happening.
One other thing that makes you such a good prospect is your defense at short. Some people think you're the best defensive shortstop in all of the minor leagues. What do you feel like is the key to your success on that side?
I could say a lot of reps when I was a kid and a lot of reps out here, but it's just I never realized how much getting into pro ball I would learn about defense and how you're supposed to always attack the ball and how timing and how you have to read the hop. I thought I knew everything coming out of high school, as a teenager would, but I've learned so much along the way from all of our staff.
Well, Carson, thanks so much for joining us. Best of luck in that spring breakout game. Sending it back to you, Sierra.
Jake, our first day is in the books. Since I'm the rookie here, I feel like I have to go first on the bold prediction for the Rays.
All right, let me hear it.
Okay, they were bottom 5 in the majors in home runs last season. At Steinbrenner Field, though, it's a shorter porch in right. It's going to be steamy. It's going to be hot. I'm predicting them to be top 10 in home runs in Major League Baseball.
All right, ball flying in Tampa Bay.
Is it bold enough?
No, that's very bold because, like you said, where they're coming from. But Caminero and some of the guys making steps forward, Lau getting back going, you're talking that could happen. That's a bold prediction, though. My bold prediction is Shane McClanahan will finish in the top 3 of Cy Young. I'm worried about him winning it because of innings limits and coming off being hurt. But what I've seen so far in his attitude, I think that he is the Cy Young front runner contender. And I think this Rays team will be in the playoffs. Pitching is too good. Their closer is too good at the end of the game. Offensively, you're going to see Kevin Cash and staff get the best out of this Rays team. They will be a playoff team again this year. Shane McClanahan will finish top 3 in Cy Young.
Wait, you added playoff team again this year as well?
Well, they didn't make it last year, but before that, they were scratching and clawing their way in.
Okay, so you had a twofer.
Yes, I'm doing a team and a specific player.
I love
McClanahan, stud, this team behind Kevin Cash finds ways, and I never would count them out.
Okay, I'll have to find a way to one-up you tomorrow, but it's okay.
You're doing great.
If you want more on 30 clubs in 15 days, just head on over to MLB.com.